Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to episode 65 of Wrestling with Brent. As usual, I'm going to be going over the wrestling reviews, the wrestling news, for the last week or so. Uh, this is kind of a lot to talk about. I'm only going to go into a little bit of small detail because I don't want to get, in trouble and, get people coming after me online, for my opinion on this particular subject. Um, but people who are watching this, are wrestling fans, know what's been going on the last few days in wrestling. It's pretty much been the talk of wrestling, really, the last several days. Uh, the last episode of Dark Side of the Ring uh, come out Thursday night. And it was a very controversial episode, controversial topic. Within minutes after it aired, it was on Twitter. Uh, and people were just in outrage all over the internet, all in the wrestling community. Uh, People were just outraged. Uh, Everybody was coming up to Ric Flair, uh, wanting to cancel Ric Flair, get rid of Ric Flair completely. Uh, Same with Tommy Dreamer because of Tommy Dreamer, some things he said on the documentary. Um, yeah. So, uh, like I said, I enjoyed the episode. I thought it was good. I thought it was very well done. I was actually shocked on a lot of what I heard just because I knew about our plane ride, but I didn't know all the details. This is the first I was hearing of a lot of most of all of it, really. And I was shocked. Um, uh, First off, I want to say everybody on the plane was wrong. Uh, they all had a part and could have, you know, did things better. Want nobody come out of it looking good. Uh, um, Now, what Ric Flair allegedly did was what they said he allegedly did. If he did really do it, and he released a statement a day or so after it come out that he said if he had to, he would name drop some people. He knows where and who I was there and what happened, and he said he knew the whole story. Um, so maybe he'll tell his side of the story. Um, you know. But if what happened in this documentary with Ric Flair specifically happened, word for word, the way it went down, uh, it's just not good, allegedly. Um, it's just not good. Is it going to make me uh, not like Ric Flair anymore? No, I've always been a Ric Flair fan. I think he's great. Uh, Probably the greatest wrestler of all time. Uh, and I really truly believe he's a good person and a nice guy. I've never met him personally. I've always wanted to meet him, just reading up on him over the years and interviews, and just I know somebody that knows him well, has met him a couple of times, and they was talking about how what good of a guy, nice guy he was. Uh, yeah. So whatever he did, if he did do anything, it was 100% wrong. Um, but do I think he's a bad person or a terrible person or even a criminal? Um, no. Also, I don't think he should have his career ruined because of it. He should be kicked out of the wrestling industry, blackballed, whatever you call it. Shunned and just completely erased from history like he never existed. Uh, that's just not, that shouldn't happen, especially to him. Uh, it just shouldn't be that way. Uh, Also, a lot of people was upset with the stuff Tommy Dreamer said. A lot of people thought it was inappropriate. Um, I have a different view about it, but that's all I'm gonna say. But for people that was upset about that, he probably could have worded things, said things a lot better than he did. But I'm still a fan of Tommy Dreamer. Um, you know, uh, he said what he said, and he took his stance, and that was it. Still like Tommy Dreamer. As a matter of fact, I still like all the wrestlers in the documentary. You know, I'm still a RVD fan. Didn't change anything for me. I'm still a Ric Flair fan. Still like Dustin Reynolds. Um, you know, so Yep. But apparently, just over the last couple of days after all this, the documentary that's been come out, there's been rumors that they're going to get some more people. I've just seen more stuff leaking out online. Apparently, an article I read a little bit ago is people's claiming the Undertaker was the leader back then in the 90s of the WWE locker room in the 2000s, and he was the leader, and he was bullying people backstage and hazing wrestlers backstage, like really bad. Similar to what that story about Bradshaw, come up years ago about him hazing people. Uh, Apparently, that's coming out now about the Undertaker. Some old interviews from Bruce Beefcake come back up over the last couple of days. Um, and it was bringing up how in the documentary, The Dark Side of the Ring, it was talked about a drug called Hypnosil. I believe it was called H bomb. It was a pill uh, that the wrestlers slipped in each other's drinks that would mess you up and make you pass out quick. And uh, apparently, Rob Van Dam started documenting that's the way when he got into the business, and he even elaborated it further on Twitter. A fan asked him, and he replied and said, sadly, yes, it was true what I said on the documentary. Wrestlers was doing that to get chicks, and that's, what's happening when I first got in the industry. Um, so now, some old Brutus, the beefcake footage popped up, and, he said that Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty uh, also loved the H pills a lot, and they would do it to women and put them in their drinks, and you know the women would be asleep, and Michaels and Janetti would continue on whatever they was doing, and then afterwards, they would just throw them out the room and just like it wouldn't want nothing to it. Uh, yep. So now that's coming out for Shawn Michaels. So we'll see if anything happens to him now. We'll have to see how far that goes. Um, you know, and I just want to say real quickly, just because it's come out about Ric Flair doesn't mean there hadn't been other, this type of stuff related stuff going on in the wrestling industry within the last year or two. Ring of Honor has had several instances over the last, year or so. Um, some people come out with evidence that claimed against them. Some of the top wrestlers, Marty Skull, which a lot of people know that, Marty Skull. Jay Lethal, who's still alleged to have done some things. There's supposed to be evidence on him, but somehow it never come out. RH allegedly covered it up. Is what they say. Uh, Impact Wrestling. This is also find this kind of interesting. After the Dark Side of the Ring episode aired, the next day, Friday, they fired Impact. Basically fired Tommy Dreamer. Said suspended, but they basically fired him. Fired Tommy Dreamer. Um, Sent him home. He was at the reach table. They said, go home. As soon as he got there, they kicked him out and said, go home, go away. Uh, we don't want you here. Um, they suspended him to what they used, but they basically fired him. Uh, so there's that. Also, it's funny that they did that when they also about a year or so ago, Impact was a bunch of bad stuff leaked out about them. Rumors this person having several cases going on with you know uh, inappropriate bad behavior similar to the Ric Flair stuff that was going on in Impact just a year or two ago. Um, when some of the wrestlers pretty much got found guilty, they fired a couple of them, but some of them that was accused of was still there, was still there, and probably are still there. So there's that. There was a story last year or so about Randy Orton that come out that was very similar to Ric Flair's. Um, Involved him doing a certain prank to certain WWE staff writers in the back when a new writer would get hired. A handshake would be involved with Randy Orton, and he would do something very gross before he did the handshake. Yep. So, but magically nobody talking about that. It's pretty much all about what Ric Flair did. And apparently they were saying on Twitter that some more stuff was basically left out of that episode on Thursday night, and that a lot of it, Dustin Rhodes, uh, was involved in a lot of that stuff as well, in the same, almost the same kind of situation as Flair was. But they didn't mention that on the episode. Uh, so the whole thing, just no good. It's a really bad look for wrestling. Very unfortunate. You know, um, yep. So I just hope, I've always been a fan of Ric Flair, and whatever happens to the little wrestlers, I'm, a fan of most of them, and I'll just always will be a fan. I don't know them personally, so I mean, they never done nothing to me, so yeah. But anyway, that's enough talk about that. Now, very quickly, I'm gonna do the show reviews. Also, I want to say too before I get started on the AEW stuff, NXT official rebranding, happened Tuesday. What they call it, the new NXT 2.0. It was okay. It wasn't horrible, but no one necessarily good. It was all right. It really wasn't much different from the old NXT, the Triple H NXT. Uh, in my opinion, they basically ran Triple H out, and Vince and Bruce is pretty much running it now. And you can tell just by the way some of the few things they did, they didn't really do a whole much of it to what Triple H was doing in the original as far as storyline wise. But just the look of it and just a couple things that went on, you could tell it had the Vince McMahon, Bruce Pritchard touch to it. Um, but yeah, it was okay. Uh, it was just all right. Nothing special. I thought Raw, was good Monday night. Uh, Well, I ain't gonna say good. I'll say decent. It was okay. It wasn't as horrible as it has been, as it usually is. So I guess that's a good thing for WWE and Raw. Uh, SmackDown wasn't much to that. It was, just okay. Whatever. Uh, yep. Also, just tell a little bit while I was still talking about WWE. I've also heard a rumor the last couple of days that a couple big names or contract for whatever reason. I don't know if it's error on WWE's part or they seem to have a lot of contract trouble lately. Apparently, Johnny Gargano's contract is up soon. Uh, so far, he hasn't renewed anything with WWE or NXT. I believe they said it's up in January. Also, the same with Kevin Owens. I believe Johnny Gargano is up in December and Kevin Owens is up in January. So that's interesting. Um, those are two big names I love to see in AEW or Ring of Honor or anywhere else besides WWE because they're two of my favorites: Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen, and Johnny Gargano. So, yep. So that's interesting. Uh, Now on to the AEW stuff. I really enjoyed AEW Wednesday night. Um, Dynamite. I thought it was a very good show. I'm really looking forward to this week's show. This week's show coming up this Wednesday and Friday is going to be basically 2 hours of Dynamite and 2 hours of Rampage. They're calling it Grand Slam, and really both nights, the whole thing together feels basically be 4 hours of pay per view, 4 hours of TV on Wednesday and Friday night. It's basically really, if you've seen the card, it looks just as good, if not better than the All Out card was. We know how great that pay per view was. I mean, this looks like a really like a huge pay per view, but it's gonna be on free national TV. So I'm really excited about it. Now, about this episode of Dynamite, I really enjoyed this episode. I actually watched it twice just because I missed some things the first time I was watching because I was half asleep. I took a little nap and woke up and watched it again in the morning. And I liked it even better the second time I watched it, I believe. It was very good. Um, I liked the matches. But this was different type show in the fact that it really, I think with this show, they um, extended storylines, added new stuff as far as storyline wise. You start trying to figure out, where they're going with things as far as, storyline wise and angle wise and segment wise. So yes, I just really enjoyed it. I thought this was a solid show, and so was the Rampage episode. Uh, Rampage, that was a good episode as well. Um, on Dynamite, AMJF had a really good promo and a back and forth on the mic with Brian Pillman that was just great. Um, I enjoyed that. We also found out who was going to challenge Dan Lambert's team Men of the Year, and I liked how they had some uh, bare knuckle fighting fighters and UFC fighters with Dan Lambert. I thought that was cool to see Paige Van Zant um, and Judah Dos Santos in the ring. Uh, and of course, we know it's going to be Jericho and Hager that's going to challenge Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. That should be really cool. Um, Daniel Bryan and Kenny Omega are going to have a match. It ain't for a title, but just going to be for a match this weekend on Dynamite. That's going to be amazing, in my opinion. It should be a great match. Um, yep. So we just found out a lot. Just really advanced a lot. Continued a lot of stuff, and I really liked it. I thought Rampage was good. I really enjoyed Rampage. I thought uh, the um, Britt Baker, Ruby Soho confrontation, the back and forth with them was excellent. It was awesome. Really liked it. Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna go over a little bit one by one, and also I'm gonna go over GCW two. Also, I want to mention Ring of Honor. I did watch Ring of Honor. From Saturday. I thought it was good. It was mostly a pure rules show where every match was a pure rules matches, like a tournament. But it was good. I enjoyed it. I liked it. So another good Ring of Honor show. If had to give it a rating, I'd give it a 6 out of 10. It was a good show. Uh, but anyways, on to AEW. Uh, So the first match, we had Adam Cole having his first match for AEW against Frank Kazarian. I thought this was a good match. I liked it. Both wrestlers looked good. I thought it was a good match. I thought Adam Cole had a especially a good match of the night to be an opening match. I liked it. I thought it was a good match. I liked it. Adam Cole got the win. He hit the Shining Wizard, got the 1, 2, 3. Also hit a really nice Panama Sunrise. Uh, so, yep, Adam Cole got the win. It was a good match. After that, Cole cut a little promo afterwards. Um, Next, we got a video package for the Lucha Bros. It was good. I liked it. Um, Got a commercial, then back for commercial. Tony Schiavone's backstage with Fuego del Sol, Sammy Guevara. This basically set up a storyline angle for Rampage for Friday night. A TNT title match between Fuego and Miro. Fuego's putting his new car, City Grunt got his contract money on the line against, you know, put his car on the line. So uh, Fuego's on the soul beat Miro. Not only would he get to keep his car, but also get the TNT title. Uh, and if Miro beat him, he could have Fuego's car. Of course, Bill would still be the champion. So I liked it. Um, yep. Uh, Now we had MJF making his entrance coming out. He has Wardlow with him. MJF cut a really good promo. It was great. He talked some about Brian Pillman Sr. uh, Made fun of Brian Pillman Jr.'s aunt that raised him. Made fun of Pillman Jr.'s pregnant sister that was sitting right beside her aunt, and was calling her preggers, and MJF was calling her preggers, and that caused Brian Pillman Jr. to come out. Um, he come out and got in MJF's face, and they had a back and forth on the mic. Eventually, MJF kept going with some more insults toward Pillman. Pillman Jr. took him down, and they got a little scrap going on. Yep, so I liked this whole segment. I thought it was awesome. I really liked it. Uh, uh, Next, they show an interview with Pillman and JR. It was good. I liked it. Um, Commercial break, back for commercial. Alex Marvez backstage with Chris K. Jurassic Express. They cut a promo. It was good. I liked it. I liked Christian's promo. He basically took shots at Adam Cole when he was in NXT. Talk about when he was in NXT and all this and that. I liked it. I thought it was a good promo. I liked it. Yep. And it was cool seeing, always cool seeing Jurassic Express, seeing Lucha and Luchasaurus. He did it, at the end, acting like a dinosaur. I thought that was funny. Uh, yep. Uh, so I liked it. The next match was FTR versus Dante Martin and Matt Sydal. I thought this was a good tag match. Um, I thought this was a really good FTR match, one of the best matches they've had in a while. I personally enjoyed it. I thought Matt Sydal and Martin did a good job tonight. Be a regular tag team. Thought they did a good job. Thought this was a really good tag match. I enjoyed it. I thought this FTR match was a lot better than the last couple matches they've had recently with Santana and Ortiz. I liked the matches. I thought they was good, but I thought they was kind of a letdown compared to a usual FTR match. Um, this match I thought was much better. Um, I enjoyed it. So, yeah, it was a good match. FTR got the win with the big rig finisher that they used to call the Shadow Machine when they was in the NXT and WWE. Uh, for a while they called it something else when they first got to AEW, but now it's got, officially got a name. It's called the Big Rig. It always looks cool. It's like an assisted neck breaker, a jaw breaker, a curl breaker, pretty much. It's very cool looking. Yep, always liked that finishing move. So yep, FTR got the win with the big rig. After that, Tully Blanchard celebrates FTR. Next, CM Punk, I believe, was on commentary or whatever. Uh, he was talking about the Suzuki incident with Moxley and all that. This basically led to Archer cut a promo, um, had a video package with him and Minoru Suzuki. They challenged Lance Archer and John Moxley to a match. Uh, yep, so that'll be good. I can't wait to see that match. So Archer and Suzuki will be back together from the New Japan days. Suzuki Gun. So that's really cool. Yep, excited to see that. So yep. Next, the lights cut out. Uh, Malachi Black is set cross-legged on the stage. Black makes his way to the ring. Uh, Black's wearing a suit underneath his cowl and skull mask. Such an awesome entrance. I liked it. Um, Malachi Black says, "We have a traitor and I missed." Uh, and he points out to the crowd, and Rosario Dawson, the actress, beautiful, great actress, is a beast. I've just always been a fan of her. She's awesome. She does the Go Big Show with Cody Rhodes. They're friends in real life since that show started, and they're dressed together on that show. Um, she's in the front of the crowd, and Malachi Black pretty much calls her out, points at her, and says she's got old Cody Rhodes trainer merch because she had on a Cody Rhodes Nightmare uh, Factory sweatshirt. Um, and Malachi Black didn't like that. Uh, he basically called Rosario out and told her to get in the ring. What you gonna do? You wouldn't dare step to me. What if I come there after you? Malachi Black got out the ring and made his way towards Rosario Dawson. Rosario Dawson jumped over the barricade and made her way towards Malachi Black. Um, Cody, you saw him coming out of the other side, coming down the steps, had a red suit on, had a nice suit on. He was going over the barricade, coming to get a piece of Malachi. Malachi was waiting on him. Uh, Cody ran after Malachi. Um, Bizarro Dawson jumped on Malachi Black's back and was just kind of poking at his eyes and just kind of raking his eyes a little bit and jumping on his back and was just all over him, and he was shaking her back and forth, moving her around. Eventually, he just gently set her down. Cody got a hold of Malachi Black. They had a big brawl over the arena, up in the stands, I thought it was cool. Uh, Towards the end, I thought it was a nice little shot. You could see good to camera as they was fighting off. Was getting ready. Cameras getting ready to cut away. Malachi Black grabbed the fan's beard and threw it in Cody's face. I mean, slammed it in his face. And I thought it was just a cool little shot, nice little touch. Yeah, so it was a cool segment. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. I liked it. I'm glad Cody's back. So, yep. So after that match, uh, after that, uh, they go back to the commentators. Next to the video package, looking at the history of the Bud and Anna Jay, because they're going to have a match on Rampage Friday. They end up having a match. Uh, Now we get a video package and they cut backstage. Not a video package, but they cut backstage. Marvez is backstage with the Dark Order. Iba Uno and the Dark Order cut a promo. Anna Jay and Tay cut a promo, and basically, it's just leading to more rift and, dissension from the Dark Order that's been going on. Uh, so that happened. I liked it. Uh, Next, we go to the ring, and that's when the whole Dan Lambert, uh, American Top Team Man of the Year, what tag team in AEW is going to face us and go against us. And Dan Lambert cut another really good promo. I liked it. He's hilarious. Um, yep, and gets people riled up. Like I said, it's Jericho and Hager that answered the challenge, and it's going to be Jericho and Hager versus Man of the Year, Scorpio Sky, and Ethan Page. Um, you know, American Top Team, Dan Lambert's team. So, yep. So I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be cool. Yep. Next, we get a video package from the Gun Club, basically explaining why they turned on Big Show. And basically the excuse was everybody's complaining, oh, they just did that for no reason. They didn't even explain why Billy Gunn. I know I saw something randomly attacked the Big Show. In a way, this is the way they kind of did say it. They said uh, they pointed out how each film was undefeated in AEW individually and together as a team, and how they were tired of they felt disrespect for everybody, and by doing that to Big Show, they're showing that they're not playing and they're serious, and they're going to step on anybody that gets in their way, and they're going to take whatever they want. Yeah. So I liked it. It was a good promo. It made sense to me. I liked it. Yep. Yep. So next, Jay Cargill makes her entrance. Layla Hirsch is out next. Led the next match. Jay Cargill versus legit Layla Hirsch. I thought this was a good women's match. I liked it. I thought this was Jay Cargill's most difficult opponent match she's had so far in AEW. I thought Layla gave her a good match, a good fight. It was competitive, actually a lot competitive. I thought it was going to be a lot better match than I thought it was going to be. It was a good match. I liked it. Layla Hirsch is all right. I like her pretty good. She's okay with me. I don't mind her. She's pretty good. She's interesting because just, well, she's different. She's more of a Kurt Angle style shoot type of wrestler. Traditional wrestler as far as like chain wrestling and grappling and all that. Um, you know, she just has that look to her. Um, so I don't mind her. She's pretty good. I like Layla Hirsch. And I'm a big fan of Jay Cargill. I like her. I think she's beautiful and awesome and a beast and a good wrestler. Um, Puts on good matches. So I thought this was a good competitive match. I liked it. Cargill finally basically hit a big pump kick after they fought for a while, and Cargill hit her glam slam, the jaded, and got it to 1, 2, 3. So Jay Cargill's still undefeated. Next, we get a video package, a recap of Andrade El Idolo versus Pac from Rampage. Yep. Uh, Next, Taz interrupt the commentary league with Team Taz. Uh, Punk getting up in the announce desk. Punk tore, stands down Hook. Eventually, Hobbs attacks Punk. Uh, Team Taz destroy the stage. Uh, and Powerhouse Hobbs put CM Punk through the not the stage but the announce table. Yep. So I liked it. It was cool. Cool. I liked that. So yep, I liked it. It was good. Commercial break. After commercial, we get a recap of Team Taz's attack. Then we get a video package looking back at Darby Allin versus Shawn Spears rivalry. This leads to the next match, Darby Allin with Sting versus Shawn Spears, Tully Blanchard. I thought this was a good match. Darby Allin's match is always good. I like Shawn Spears. Uh, Darby Allin won with the coffin drop. Um, After that, FTR entered the ring. As Allin and Sting were celebrating, Sting and Darby attack FTR. Tully Blanchard got a chair and hit Sting across the back to a Sting, and also a little bit like it didn't bother him. It's like he didn't even feel it. Sting grabbed Tully by the throat. FTR attacked Sting. Um, Darby got back in the fight, but it was too late, and FTR knocked him back down. FTR hit the double spike power driver on Darby Allin. Tully Blanchard wiped Sting's face paint off, so I thought that was a nice little touch. So yeah, I like this match and the beatdown afterwards. I liked it. I thought it was good. Next, we got a video package for Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega. Danielson cut a little promo. It was good. I liked it. Yep. Next, Tony Schiavone's in the ring. Introduces Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson comes out, gets a big pop. Bryan Danielson cut a good promo. I liked it. Don Callis and Kenny Omega come out. They was going back and forth on the mic, and Kenny Omega basically said, Danny Bryan basically said, Kenny Omega, you don't have no more testicles to face me. You know, testicles to face me. Um, I want a match with you. Don't give me a match. I don't care about the title right now. I just want a match with you. Let's have a match and see who's the best wrestler in the world, me or you. Uh, yes or no, and Kenny finally says yes. So, yep. So I'm looking forward to that match. This was a good back and forth, a good segment. I liked it. Both wrestlers, Kenny Omega, Callis, and Bryan Danielson, all three did a good job here. I liked it. Yep. Next, we get a thing from Miro backstage. He says he'll bash before he goes burning and then bash his car. He said it's the word of Miro the Redeemer. So it was a good little promo. I liked it. Commercial break. Back from commercial. We get a promo from Matt Hardy. About Orange Cassidy led up to that match. They're going to have a hair versus hair match where Matt Hardy's going to try to cut Orange Cassidy's hair. So that should be a good match. So, yep. Looking forward to that. A good little promo by Matt Hardy. I liked it. Uh, Next, it's the main event. Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston versus 2.0. This was a good match. I liked it. I thought it was good. Um, was a good match. I liked it. I've actually liked 2.0 a whole lot at AEW. It's a whole lot better than it was in NXT as I ever was in NXT. I've enjoyed all of 2.0 and Danny Garcia's work so far in AEW. I think they do a really good job of being healed and just being jerks, and I like them. They make a good heel faction, good heel tag team. Yep. So I enjoyed it. It was a good match. I liked it. Uh, Moxley tagged in. Uh, Moxley hit the DDT. There's also a Lariat and Exploder Suplex combo that got hit, and Kingston got the 1, 2, 3. So Jon Moxley and Kingston got the win. After that, Moxley's music cut off. Minoru Suzuki's music hit. Suzuki casually walks out the entrance tunnel. Um, Suzuki got in the ring. Uh, yep. Suzuki attacked Moxley. Uh, Kingston, Lance Archer also come out. Kingston and Lance Archer brawled through the crowd. Moxley drove Suzuki into the ring table. Yes, it was a really cool way to end the show. It's cool to see Suzuki back in AEW. So, yeah, man, I just enjoyed this whole show. I thought it was very good. Um, I give it a 7 out of 10. No, a 7 point. No, I want to give it an 8 out of 10. I just thought it was very good. Uh, Now I take that back. Give it a 7.5 out of 10. I thought it was a very good show. I really liked it. So, A day for me from Wednesday gets 7.5 out of 10. Very good show. Loved it. Loved everything on it. Yep. Now on to Rampage. Thought this was a good episode of Rampage. I enjoyed it. Um, the first match um, was for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Lucha Bros with Axel Hodges in their corner against the Butcher and the Blade with Matt Hardy in their corner. It was a good match. A couple of times it had me, maybe gave me a feeling that maybe the Butcher and Blade might get the upset pin and become the new tag team champions, get the upset victory. But it was a good, hard fought, competitive match. Um, but Lucha Bros got the win. They won. They're still the champions. After that, Party went out and continues to beat down. Butcher and Blade, the Pirate Party, beat down beat down Pete Zero Miller and Ray Fix Lucha Brothers. Santana and Ortiz come out and made the save. Yep, so it was a good match. I liked it. Um, The next match, it was just more of Kenny Omega, Brian Danielson talking. They didn't have had a second, hadn't had a match of the year on Rampage. Uh, so it led to the next match, Anna Jay and Tay Conti versus The Bunny. We've been there before, but at a corner, I thought this was a good match. I liked it. Anna Jay and The Bunny, I think, are both good wrestlers, in my opinion. They're both beautiful, so it's been up before. She's one of my favorites as well. Favorite one wrestler. She looked beautiful as well. It's always cool to see Penelope Ford. Yep. So this was a good match. Both ladies wrestled good. I liked it. I'm a fan of both women. Really, all three women in the match. So I liked it. I thought it was a good match. Um, Anna Jay got the win. Uh, so, yep, good to see Anna Jay back healthy and in AEW working. So, yep, wrestling. So, yep. Next, we get a video package of Powerhouse Hobbs Hands tackle CM Punk. Yep. Next, Tony Schiavone standing in the ring with Matt Hardy and Jack Evans. Hardy about to cut a promo. Orange County Music Kit. Uh, Matt Hardy called out a fan and they drug him in the ring and Matt Hardy beat the crap out of him and cut his hair, shaved his hair. Orange Cassidy come in and made the save. Yep. So I liked it. It was segment. It was good. Next, Dr. Britt Baker and Ruby Soho had a face to face. It was good. Like I said, I mentioned it earlier. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. I really enjoyed it. I'm loving their rivalry. They're back and forth, sometime between Britt Baker and Ruby Soho. Uh, I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed Ruby Soho so far in AEW, and I'm a big Britt Baker fan. She's just a great heel. A big fan of hers. Britt Baker's beautiful. So is Ruby Soho. I'm a fan of both of them. They can both wrestle. They're both two of my favorite female wrestlers now, right now. So, yes, I liked it. It was good. Next, we get they shoot to the back. Mark Henry gets up, speak to Fuego del Sol about the Miro match. Fuego talked a little bit. So that's what that was. Uh, Now we got the main event: title versus car. Miro TT Championship. TT Champion versus Fuego del Sol's new car. Uh, was a good match. I liked it. Fuego put up a good fight. But Miro, won. Uh, but Fuego made it competitive. Miro looked good. I thought Fuego did a good job. Thought he wrestled good. Thought it was a good match. I liked it. Um, Miro got the 1, 2, 3. Miro beat him. Uh, Not only is he still the champ, but he's also got a brand new city on the brand new car. And he took after he was beating the crap out of Fuego, he took his keys from the car and stuffed them in Fuego's mouth. So, thought that was a nice little touch. Yeah, but that's how Rampage ended. Rampage episode I thought was good. I give it a 6.5 out of 10. So it was a good show. I liked it. Yep. So, like I said, AEW's killing it as usual. Two another really good, consistent shows again this week. So, good job for AEW. So, yep, great job. I just love AEW so much; they're killing it. Next one, this is the Game Changer Wrestling show from uh, the 17th. Was it a Friday, Saturday night? I didn't watch the second show because it wasn't as big of a card. It just had all the popular big names on it I wanted to see. And I was just pressed for time and had other things I wanted to do, so I didn't get around to watching the other show. But this show was good. I liked it as a part of the GCW show. I've been watching and reviewing the last few months. I've been watching GCW and I've been really into them, and they just do a really good job. Have really fun matches, different matches, good wrestling. Just stuff you don't see, in AEW or WWE. The style's good. I just enjoy little the storylines they have and just different characters and the wild stuff they do and say. GCW always does a really good job and they killed it again. Uh, but yeah, this match had a lot of good stuff. ASF against Jimmy Lloyd, Eli Everfly, Gringo Loco, Arez, and Everett Connors. ASF got the win, beat all them. He even beat Jimmy Lloyd. It was a good, fun, entertaining match. So ASF got the win. Jimmy Lloyd got a big pop. He's become one of my favorite wrestlers. I like him. He's just wild and crazy, and he just does a good job. I like his look. Yeah. So ASF beat all them. The next match, we had another match. It was Two Cold Scorpio versus Effie. I'm a fan of both of these wrestlers. Uh, I don't care much for Scorpio Sky. Cold Scorpio as a person, I saw him on Dark Side of the Ring, but I do like him as a wrestler. I just always like the best person about a wrestler. He's just a great wrestler. I like Effie, and I think he's funny, and I like his wrestling, and I like his character for what it is. I just think it's funny and something different. Uh, and I think Effie has a good match and is a good wrestler. Alex Zane, I mean, Two Cold Scorpio beat Effie. It was a good match. I liked it. Another match was Alex Zane against Jordan Oliver. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Jordan Oliver. From MLW. Been a fan of his a long time now. Alex Zane beat him. Also, Artegas Koga, part of 404H, excuse me, Ricochet and Page's team faction. Artegas Koga against Ninja Mac. I told you Ninja Mac's one of my favorites right now. He's killing it in GCW. Um, but I was surprised that Artegas Koga's good, but I didn't think he'd beat Ninja Mac. Artegas Koga beat Ninja Mac. So it was a good match. I liked it. It was good. Uh, Ninja Mac put on another good match as usual. Next was the second gear crew. Matt Warner, Max Justice, AJ Gray against Starboy Charlie, Lucas Riley, and Nick Wayne. I like Nick Wayne. I like Starboy Charlie. I like what I saw of Lucas Riley. I'm a fan of second gear team. So it was a good, fun little match. I liked it. Second gear crew won. Matt Warner, Max Justice, and AJ Gray all 3-1. Yep. Yep. So good match. I liked it. Another match was I was looking forward to this one. Alex Colon and G Raver, two of my favorite deathmatch wrestlers. This was a good match. I enjoyed it. Alex Colon beat G Raver. Yep. So it was a really good match. I liked it. Another match was Chris Dickinson over at Jacob Fatu. He was also in MLW. He's the son of one of the sons of Rikishi. Uh, and he's he's a cousin of the Usos, something like that. Yep, he's part of the Fatu family, Samoan family. He's a beast of wrestler, great champion. I like Chris Dickinson. He's been killing it in Ring of Honor, and I've watched his indie matches. He's a good wrestler. I like him, the Dirty Daddy, Chris Dickinson. He always puts on good matches. So I knew this match would be good. Chris Dickinson won, beat Fatu, but by disqualification. Uh, and after that, Jacob Fatu attacked security and attacked referee stuff. So I thought that was cool. It's a good match. I liked it. Uh, Another match we had was Tony Deppen versus Ron Funches. I've seen Tony Deppen and become familiar with his work, in Ring of Honor a lot here lately, over the last year or so. Every time I see him wrestle, he just puts on really good matches. He's good on promos, good in the ring. Tony Deppen's awesome. I like Ron Funches. I thought he did a good job wrestling. I like him, in the commentary, just the way he talked about wrestling. He's just a funny guy. He's like a nice, cool guy. Uh, but it was a good match. Tony Deppen beat Ron Funches. So, yep. And finally, the main event was Minoru Suzuki against Jonathan Gresham, the Octopus. I've become a big fan of Jonathan Gresham. He's just a great technical wrestler. He's amazing. He's been killing it in Ring of Honor for a long time now. Jonathan Gresham also married to Jordan Grace, one of my favorite female wrestlers. Yeah, but it was a good match. I enjoyed it. It was cool to see Minoru Suzuki in GCW. So, yeah, it was a good match. I liked it. So for this GCW show, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It was good. I liked it. Uh, yep. So there you have it. That's all my shows for this past week. Yep. So sad things going on with Flair and the whole Dark Side of the Ring fallout. We'll have to see what happens. But always stay safe. Hope everybody's doing the well and staying safe from COVID. See you guys next time. Bye.